Hello, today we will design a monostable multivibrator using 555 timer IC. Let's start with by opening KiCad software. Same, go to File, to New Project. Now let me name the project. Okay, now we have selected all the required components and we place them in our workspace. Now next one is to connect this. So here we have different components. Now in this case, let us consider this different components, separate them and put their values here. So I can write, double click here. So here this is given RSUS. Let me this value I put 10K. Okay, then this value is another R2 is again, it is also 10K. Next is R3 is 1K, and we have different capacitor values. Let this value C1 is C1 value is 100 nano. Similarly, C2 10 nano, and we have one bypass capacitor with a value of 47 micro. Okay, then we have LED, and we have different pins of our IC 555 timer. Now let me connect different what are the grounds. So this ground is, select ground. So let me connect this ground to this pin. If we press wire, then wire will be selected. Escape that, just click on this, press W, then you draw to this point. Now it is connected. Similarly, LED, then to this LED. This pin is trigger is connected to this pin number 2. So let us give one name or label to this trigger. At this point I can write it as TRI trig pin. So okay, I can connect this to this pin. Let me rotate this, rotate, and again once again I have to rotate it. Okay, now I need to place at this point so that I can connect it. So click here, okay, escape, connecting this wire to this point and this point. Now I can select this trigger point, this one, and Control C, Control V. So the same trigger is now, I need to rotate it to this direction so that I can place that here, and this wiring I can connect from this. This is the trigger, the same pin. Now from this point where we have to calculate, let me take this one, C1, select C1 and drag here. Now this R2 is connected to trigger, so let me select this R2 to place here, and R1 I select and move to this place. R2 is selected. Now this is R2. Now wire connection from this point to this point. Okay, next point is your this R1 and R2 are also connected. These two lines are connected. Then the pin number 4, that is your reset pin, and this point, they are connected. Reset and VCC both are connected. So I can connect. We take one pin, that is VCC, click here. Now we put this point here, or otherwise if we know what is the value of VCC, then it can directly be given to this point. If we check it, let me check, the VCC can be from 5 to 15 volt. So let me use a 9 volt plus 9 volt pin to pin number 8. Similarly, the pin number 4 is also connected to VCC, so I can Control C, Control V, I can connect that here. Similarly, this R1, R2, they are also connected with this VCC. Control V, now you can connect here. All these are connected. So next one is this R1 is connected to 7 and 6. So these two pins are short, and now this is connected. Okay, so this is your 7 and 6, they are also connected. Now we have C1 is connected to this point. So let me drag this triggers slightly away from this point. Okay, now select this C1 to this point, and as it is shown in the figure, this point is then connected to this one, and now here it is grounded, or I can directly connect to this point. Okay, now this one is connected. Next, coming to C2. C2 is connected to 5. Okay, let us take this to this side, and C2 we select, and it is connected to C2 is connected to 5 and grounded. So let me connect this point to this, and sorry, so I need to rotate it. Okay, then we can draw this connection. Then we have a ground. Okay, we place here. Then this is now connected. Okay, this thing is done. Next, coming to pin number 3. So pin number 3 is connected to 1K resistance. Well, let me displace this one from here. So it is connected to LED connected. Okay, so now this again, these points are connected, these points are grounded. Now we have left with this capacitance, that is between the ground and 9 volt. So and this output, it is taken from this C. So out let me drag this between these 2 points, VCC and ground. So this is the connection. So you can bring slightly up. Now we can connect this. Okay, next is to ground it. So okay, so this is the ground. Now we have the output, I can take from this. Three number pin, output is taken from this pin number 3. So let us connect with connector pins. Okay, so let's this one, this is our connector pin. Let us rotate those pins. Okay, and here we have a connection between the output, this is your output, and this pin. Let's take another ground here. Okay, let me connect this ground. This is your wiring. Oh, okay. Okay, now we can see, I hope every connection has been done. This pin number 2, I can connect it to this point. Okay, now first annotation, footprint editor, unnode schematic, unnode them, annotation completed. Now let us delete this one, make it to the central position. Okay, now we have all these connections with us. We need to add the footprints. So for footprint addition, you can check the electrical rule checker in this point. Okay, 2 errors are there. One is not driven, and those points we require to connect the power flags. Close it. When I connect here, the next one I can select this and remove this one. Let us connect this point to this also, it is same. Now let us check. Okay, input output pin. Oh, here, close. We can also connect this point to the power supply. Okay, now let's check once again. So it is not driven. Close. Let us connect one power flag here. This point we connect. So it is, I hope now it will not give any error. Let's try it. Okay, so all the errors are fixed now. Now we need to add the footprints, assign footprints. So first one is 100 nanometer, 100 nano capacitance. Let's choose this one. Search here. Okay, this is 100 nano. Next one is 10 nano. For 10 nano, all capacitors we are using are of through hole capacitors. Now this one for 47 microfarad, that is your third one. Let's check here. LED. For LED we have this is your LED. Okay, then connector pins, use this one. One is for your power input, another one is trigger input. So let me check. J1, so it is J1. For J1 it is trigger, so for J1 it is trigger, so we select this one. Let me check how it is like. Okay, this is the pin, no issue. Or we can choose horizontal pin headers also, SMT I don't require SMD, we can choose this one. Then for pin 2, this is the terminal blocks.